Welcome back. Now, the Namibia University of Science and Technology will be hosting the 2018 Women in Science Camp, which aims to expose girls between the ages of 15 to 18 to career possibilities in the science, technology, engineering, arts, design, and mathematics fields. Joining us in the studio with more information on the STEAM camp is the Community Engagement Manager at Intel Corporation, that's Therese Niemeyer, as well as Bailey Leuschen, the Girl Up United Nations Foundation Youth Leadership Programs and Impact Manager. A tongue twister, hey? Tongue twister right there. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Bailey. Good morning, Theresa. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Women in Science, always exciting to talk about women in science. Talk to us, Bailey, about the STEAM camp.
Absolutely. So this is actually the 4th annual STEAM camp that WiSci is having around the world. The first one was in Rwanda, second one was in Peru, the third one was in Malawi, and now we're in Namibia. And it's such an incredible opportunity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's completely scholarship, all expenses paid, for 100 girls from around the world to come together and learn from their peers, to learn from experts in the sciences and technology and engineering and arts and math fields, like Teresa from Intel, and also to learn from Girl Up, which is the organization that I represent, about gender equality. A lot of times girls know that they have an interest in these fields, but perhaps their family or their professors are not supportive of them taking their career to this next level. So we're here to tell them that they can do everything they put their mind to, and they have a whole community cheering for them.
Talk to us just a little bit about the UN Foundation of Girl Up.
Absolutely. So Girl Up was founded in 2010, and we are the official adolescent girl campaign and initiative for the United Nations Foundation. What that means is we actually seek to give voice and empowerment to girls all around the world so that they can become the champions for global gender equality around the world. We have a Girl Up Club model, so any youth, anyone who is from 13 to 22, boy,
I've missed
girl.
The boat. I've missed
I
the boat.
know, me too.
It's too late for me. Yeah.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
But we encourage these girls to come together and talk about the issues that they face to make gender equality a reality.
Now, Teresa, you're coming from Intel Corporation. Talk to us. You know, when I think Intel, I think computers or something like that. Talk to us about Intel and Intel's involvement in this project, in the STEAM project.
Sure, and Intel is so much more than just a computer company. We're a technology solution provider. We look at the future and design the solutions to problems that the world faces. Some of our current focus right now is with autonomous driving, with artificial intelligence, and drone technology. We're here because these girls are our future. These are the ones who will be designing those future solutions.
All right, and now talk to us about the STEAM camp. What are the activities? When is it taking place?
Yes, so the STEAM camp is taking place right now at the Namibia University for Science and Technology, and every day, we're on day 3 now, is completely packed. So the girls are sleeping in the dorms, taking all their meals at the school, and then they go straight into their leadership training with Girl Up and their counselors. So they have 10 counselors from the United States, Namibia, Kenya, and Eswatini, and Ethiopia. And they have their girls' leadership training, and then they have their meal, and then they go straight into their classes with our partners like Intel and Google and NASA. And the girls are learning firsthand about how these technologies are being utilized to make solutions around the world. And at the end of the day, camp is 2 weeks long, and at the last day there's actually a competition, friendly competition, very supportive environment, and the girls are actually pitching their own solutions to issues that they have in their communities. And something that's really incredible is that this camp brings together girls from all over the world, and in their final projects they're actually working together. So what we're seeing is that girls who are interested in these fields are already getting the access to 21st century skill sets, but also the cross-cultural understanding and learning, because anywhere that you work these days around the world, especially in the STEAM fields, you have to be able to be culturally fluent and understanding and open. So these girls are making friendships that'll last a lifetime as well.
Now, I'm sure our viewers are wondering, we've got this little gadget, Teresa, right here. I'm sure it's probably one of the classes that you'll be holding at the STEAM camp. Talk to us about this gadget you have, and also give us a little bit of a demonstration.
Yes, so this right here is our SpiderBot. This is based on Intel technology. It's off of our Intel Edison product, and it's actually 3D printed and put together, and I'll show you a couple of the little actions that he does here.
So it was made out of a 3D printer.
So all of his plastic parts are 3D printed. And so he has different commands and different communicating wirelessly from the tablet. We can...
So he's like dancing right now. He's doing a little bit of a
morning dancing
gyration right there. Like a wind. So what would you use something like this, or what would be the purpose of developing something like this?
Well, so this obviously we brought to inspire and engage the girls with some creative possibilities, ensuring that they have exposure to possible solutions is what will inspire them to consider careers in STEM fields. So this technology is actually very similar to our drone technology that we use to around the world. We actually just sponsored the Winter Olympics, and the opening ceremonies we launched over 1,000 drones with the LED lights similar to this in configurations. There was a snowboarder, a dove that went in, and it essentially replaces the fireworks that are used traditionally at celebrations.
All right. Now, Bailey, talk to us about the camp. How can the girls stay involved, especially after the camp, when it's done? What happens then?
Yeah, great question. So we actually, at Girl Up, we have a network of clubs, as I mentioned, in over 100 countries around the world. And these have been registered by youth, completely free and online in our Girl Up community, which is accessible at girlup.org. Girls are able there to connect with one another as activists, as allies. They're also able to attend events like our Girl Up Leadership Summit that we hold every July in Washington, D.C. This year for over 400 youth from 25 countries around the world. And then as they go on through university, they have a network with one another. They're able to see what are the companies that they've made these mentorship opportunities with. Are there internships? Are there jobs? How do we start our own businesses in these fields? So it's a very supportive community year after year throughout Girl Up and with their private sector mentors.
You said there are about 100 girls that will be participating in the STEAM camp, that are actually busy participating in the STEAM camp. How were they chosen? I've got a 4-year-old, so I'm hoping that I can put my calendar on and see. Yeah, how are they chosen, and what age actually do they start?
Great question. So we receive hundreds of applications from all of the countries that are eligible. And this year that was from the United States, from Namibia, from Kenya, from Ethiopia, and from Eswatini. And what we saw was that girls who had an interest in the STEAM fields, but perhaps had never had this opportunity before to go further than their classroom walls, those were the applications that we prioritized. Again, this is all expenses paid, so for girls from outside of Namibia, all airfare, all lodging. For many girls, this was the first time they were ever on an airplane. It's just going to change their whole worldview, which is phenomenal. But we also looked for girls who were already thinking through how to apply these fields in solving issues in their community. So those were the applications that we prioritized. An interest in STEAM, but perhaps not the resources to otherwise have been able to come to this camp, and also that cross-cultural openness. We're looking for girls who want to make friends with other girls around the world and who believe that girls' equality is possible in these fields.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Bailey, Teresa, thank you so much for joining us, and all the best, all the best.
Thank you.
I'm putting my calendar on for my daughter.
Yes, please.
Hopefully she'll make it for the next, 10 years, I think, till 10 years to go.
Yes,
right, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. That's Community Engagement Manager at Intel Corporation, Therese Niemeyer, as well as Bailey Leuschen, the Girl Up United Nations Foundation Youth Leadership Programs and Impact Manager, talking to us more about the STEAM camp that is currently underway at the Namibia University of Science and Technology. And 100 girls coming from a number of 5 different countries on the African continent, as well as the US, are taking part in this wonderful, exciting camp. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.